Hey guys, today I wanted to have a look at the new, basically what they are is skins and loadouts for the Avenger Renegade, the Gladius Valiant, the Hornet Wildfire, and the Sabre Comet. Don't mind the Herald there, we'll talk about that in a different video, if you haven't already talked about it. Right, so let's jump into Pirate Swarm, because we can, and have a look at these ships. But basically they are just loadouts and skins for the original hulls of those series, and I'm not a massive fan of any of them. I like the skins, don't get me wrong. To be honest, I probably prefer the Hornet Wildfire over all of them for actual combat effectiveness without having to change them much. That said, I would prefer to buy an original standard hull that's cheaper and then just rent the weapons with wreck. But let's jump into some Pirate Swarm and talk about them. So this is the Avenger Renegade. Now, an odd name for a police vessel, effectively. It is very advocacy-y, very, I suppose it hunts renegades. The new cameras we can see here, moving around. And the skin, the ship is pretty cool. This loadout, is obviously it's got its standard kind of, well, look at those bullets actually flying off, that's pretty cool. It's got its standard Tiger Strike cannon, but also a couple of longsword 9s. Oh, God! But that's basically the ship. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Let's lock those gimbals so I can actually fight in it. I'm gonna I'm gonna single tap shift because that will allow me to go into up to my cruise speed effectively. Cruise speed has been merged cruise speed has been merged with the standard flight model. It requires some form of boost management, but allows you to go in Arena Commander when you're just dogfighting up to your cruise speeds. Obviously, it reduces your. See, I'm not a massive fan of this weapon loadout at all. I just think you can do better. I'm having so many problems here. Look at me having these problems. And I know that Auroras are tough, but I mean, I like the look of the ship. We can use the new cameras to kind of nice and smoothly move around. We could save these camera angles if we wanted. I think the ship looks nice. It's pretty. It's just weapon loadout leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion. Right, let's jump into a different ship. I mean, graphically, this does look very good. I must admit now, I'm very impressed with what they've done with some of the camera angles and cleaning up some of the ships and the way the stuff looks. So this time we are in the Gladius Valiant. I think this is one of the nicer looking skins. Not a massive fan of the weapon loadout again. It's got a badger on the nose. Not literally an animal, the badger. That would be crazy. I love the way those cannons fire now. And look, the actual recoil of the gun sometimes locks it in place like that until you fire again, which is pretty cool. It's also got a couple of those neutron guns. Pew, pew, pew. I'm not a massive fan of the loadout, but the ship does look very, very, very nice. But it's just the standard Gladius hull with a different skin on. Right, let's press shift and go up to our cruise speed. That's our cruise speed with this. 610. It's pretty good to be able to go up to. Oh, God. Let's remember to slow down from cruise speed. So obviously another one. Let's fire off a missile, because we've got a cool missile cam. Look at that. It's a little bit shaky. It is going to go... Oh, no. Missed the target. Go on, get him. Get him, boy. Quite like the way the camera moves around the missile. There we go. And the missile cams are pretty cool. You can imagine that with like a torpedo. That's going to be pretty awesome. Obviously, might get you killed while you're looking at your pretty... Oh, whoops, I shot a teammate. Grid now just kind of creeping up on me. Let's at least kill one Vandal. I say Vandal. It's probably racist, isn't it? It's a pirate now. Go on. Yeah, you're dead. But I love the look of the ship. I think it's very, very nice looking. But again, not my favourite loadout in the world. There's much better stuff you could do. And it's just the standard hull. Right, let's jump into another. You can see it loads in pretty quick as well now. Like, Pirate Swarm, bam, bam, bam. Loads in. I mean, I am on an SSD. I haven't got my entire PC geared up for Star Citizen. The cockpit looks absolutely fantastic, although my limbs look a bit oddly contorted, but I think that's just perspective. In fact, it is perspective. So, the Sabre Comet, lots of people love this because of the, like, digital camo. I love the way the cameras now follow the ships and kind of have that shake to them, which makes everything just look a bit better. So this has got 2 of the Pyroburst plasma shotguns, which, I mean, people have had trouble with them, PvP. And again, we've got, I think they're 2 Tarantula Mark IIIs. Let's double check that. Oh, zoom in. Look at this smooth cut. You wouldn't even notice that I'd cut this in. Obviously, they're not Mark III Tarantulas. They are size 2 mass drivers. Pew, pew, pew. I would have put Tarantulas on there, is probably what I was trying to say. Or more shotguns. But yeah, smooth cuts. Smooth. What we're going to do is we're going to go and kill this ship. Now, we're going to have a much easier time than we've had with the other ships killing. Going to thrust up to cruise. Here's someone dying over there. Obviously, combat is much closer now. Much more visceral. So, no. I don't want to approach simulation boundary. I want to shoot you. Come on. Should be able to kill him pretty quick now. Very short range on these guns. But we are able to rip targets apart pretty quick with them. And I just think that the Comet, it looks very nice. But again, it's just the standard Sabre loadout, standard Sabre hull with a different skin on it. And some weapons that you can rent with Wreck anyway. I mean, there are probably better loadouts. But if you want the weapons, I mean, and this is the same with all the ships we're looking at. If you really want the weapons, like, you can have multiple uses of them. Because remember, you can take them off the ships and put them on other stuff. And it's a relatively cheaper way to buy those weapons when you're getting those, like loadouts. So, consider that. I suspect you'll be able to get similar skins in-game. Possibly a skin you like better with in-game credits and that sort of stuff. So, I always like the cheaper options. Just keep that in mind. Right, we're going to jump into another ship. It does look very pretty, though, doesn't it? Oh. Jump into the last of them. So we'll look around the cockpit of the Wildfire. See when it goes less grey. Keep the mechanism clear. Very nice looking cockpit. Let's have a look around the Wildfire. Now, for me, this is kind of like my... Oh, this is actually the remodelled Hornets, isn't it? You can tell by the way the wing goes in, it doesn't smash through the geometry. It's been modelled in. So these are the new... This is the Wildfire, and this is my favourite looking one. It's got... Oh, God. It's evasive manoeuvres. It's got 2 M4As on its ball turret at the top. And it actually... It's got a... It actually feels like it's a relatively good loadout. Like... I much prefer this than the rest of those loadouts that you've seen. And it's got that... It is the standard hull of the... Oh. It's tanky as hell still. It's the standard hull of the F7C Hornet, but it's got that ball turret that the Super Hornet has. And that makes it relatively good. And the rest of its armament's pretty much just railguns. Pew. Oh no, it's Tarantulas. Tarantula Mark IIIs, mate. Isn't it? Bam, bam. 2 Tarantula Mark IIIs. 2 M4As. And I quite like the loadout. That said, I quite like the colour scheme, is what it is, actually. Oh, no. Let's not go into the light. Let's move the camera angle around. I think it looks a very, very nice ship. And it's probably because it is effectively a remodelled ship that I like it so much. But I like it that it's very sharp, very clean, very nice looking. And the loadout doesn't suck. which is always good, isn't it? But that's basically those 4 new reskinned loadouts of ships. They're the limited edition ships, as it were. Now, they're probably going to be on sale for when 2.6 goes live, because why wouldn't they be? They are more expensive than the original hulls, so you'd have to be really in love with either the weapon loadouts or the skins to do that, in my opinion. Otherwise, you might as well just grab yourself the original hull and then just rent the weapons with Rec, or buy the stuff in game. There's always going to be better weapon loadouts pretty much in every situation. Stuff changes between the patches. Look how, I mean, you could always get yourself an Aurora because they're tanky as hell. Jeez, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed with the way the game looks and feels now, and the fact I can see ships when I'm fighting them, rather than just fighting HUDs, HUDs and markers and things. But yeah, looks great. Loving the Wildfire. So check those out, guys. If you've got one, congratulations. But it's probably still worth changing around your weapon loadout. And remember, you can still put a gun on the front here. Change the weapons around pretty much on all of them. Anyway, guys, I hope that was enjoyable. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our other videos are out on 2.6. I know this was just like a quick look, but they are effectively just those skins. So there's not much to look at other than they fly around and they look nice. But that Hornet looks pretty good, doesn't it, as well? I'm very impressed. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh no! Leave me alone. Right, take care, guys. I just got hit by a missile. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me. And I'll see you in the verse. Pew pew pew!